Episode 4 of Ahsoka brought one of the craziest moments yet in live-action Star Wars and had several unpredictable moments, setting up what is sure to be an exciting second half and finale to this show. For the first time, the opening begins in silence. Silence is a useful tool for film composers to simply let the audience's imagination take effect. Just like darkness, not hearing music can unnerve us. In this instance, it's because we know that Ahsoka and Sabine are now being hunted. As the scene opens, the silence leaves though, with soft underscoring. As Ahsoka and Sabine speak, subtle allusions to their themes enter. It eventually turns into a complete motif of Ahsoka's theme. It continues to make statements just as Ahsoka does as she pleads to Sabine.
He'd be stranded out there. Maybe this time for good.
Better though.
Let's find that.
As the title card comes in, a distorted flute makes shrieks. Notably, Ahsoka's theme never plays this time, and for the first time as we cut back to Huyang repairing the ship. Tremolos in the strings warn of the danger to come. More silence and a slight bit more of the tremolo string enter before leading us into a jump scare moment as we hear a horn rip before energetic music kicks in for the two droids battling. Orchestra hits flood the ensuing underscore before horn flutters finish the battle. A new variation of Ahsoka's theme plays out the scene with ornamentations mixed into her motif this time as well. And as we see Home One and the New Republic fleet, we get yet another new theme for the fleet as we see them. I really don't understand what Kiner is doing with this anymore. It makes no sense to me that every time we see this fleet, we hear completely new music, unrelated to previous scenes. The music sounds heroic and powerful, and yet it means absolutely nothing to me because I can't connect it to anything. Maybe I'm still missing something crucial here, but let me know what you think in the comments. Morgan's theme comes through in the horn as we see her for the first time and as she activates the map using her powers. As Ahsoka and Sabine run into Shin and Morocc, the taiko stick playing enters. As Sabine fires on Shin, the music momentarily picks up as they disappear into the forest. It lowers again as Ahsoka and Morocc share stances. The tremolo strings hold the tension as the two wait for the first move. As Morocc makes his first attack, the music falls into a flurry of drums. Throughout the battle, the low strings keep the energy and motion moving frantically, just like these two Padawans battling under the trees. The music becomes more calculated when it returns to Morocc and Ahsoka. As Ahsoka takes a step back and reconfigures her stance, a strong statement from her flute signifies a profound change in the battle. She pauses as the music takes a step back as well. As we jump back to Shin and Sabine though, you can hear the undertones of the low strings return underneath more lyrical melodic lines. Kiner does a great job of showing the differences in these two styles of fighting while juxtaposing them against one another and into the same track. But Ahsoka's calmness pays off as she slices through Morocc, and as it turns out, Morocc must have been under the magic powers of Morgan's Night Sister magic, as the magic bursts out of him as he dies. I think this is very foreboding for things to come as Morgan's powers are further and further teased to us. The music picks back up as the battle between Sabine and Shin continues. Morgan's theme enters in the lows as we hear her again in the next scene. But silences reign supreme after that as Ahsoka comes across Balin and they trade banter.
Everyone in the Order knew Anakin Skywalker. Few would live to see what he...
Balin is clearly trying to get under her skin here, and I'm sure that this theme of her feelings about her former master will continue to play a significant role going forward as well. Kiner holds back on the typical Tycho precursor this time and just lets these two fantastic actors' body language give us everything that we need. After the initial attack, the drums finally enter though. And I do have to just say that there is something really awkward about Balin's fighting stances and movement. I'm not sure if it's the actor being uncomfortable or what exactly, but there's no bending of the knees, no attention given to balance. It's very rigid, and yet somehow it actually seems effective against Ahsoka. The music gets more powerful as the battle builds into full swing. The lows pulse a consistent war beat. Balin's half-step motif enters before Ahsoka's flute responds. The paladin versus the samurai. Ultimate power versus ultimate agility. As Shin overpowers Sabine and Balin corners Ahsoka, the half-step becomes more prevalent, taking over the score as the villains take over the battle.
Your legacy, like your master's, is one of death and destruction.
As Ahsoka grabs the map, the music stops, giving way to the foreboding thunder. Shin uses the interruption to escape as Sabine is momentarily shrouded in smoke and silence. As we jump back to Morgan, her theme comes through again as she asks what happened. Balin's theme powers through next as he powers through Ahsoka, now down to only one hand. Ahsoka immediately makes a frantic conclusion as she sees Shin, and you can hear the anxiety and fear in the music as she tosses Shin aside. Balin takes control of the situation again though as his theme rages back in. As he pauses in the face of Sabine, the music pauses too, waiting for the next move. Descending half-steps repeat as Balin slowly draws closer, tapping into Sabine's thoughts and emotions.
It's the only family you have left.
String tremolos smear up and down as Sabine decides her next move, waiting for her choice.
No harm will come to you. Sabine.
As she places the map in Balin's hand, they disappear. As Hera and the X-Wings arrive, fanfares enter heroically. Their flourishes are quickly covered up though.
What can you tell me?
As Balin re-enters the hyperdrive ring, his theme enters again. It's interrupted by Morgan's theme though as she turns to see Sabine before the music disappears. Hera and the others are left in silence as they witness the hyperdrive leave, destroying 2 X-Wings on its way. And I'm guessing Hera is going to be in a bit of trouble for this one, likely leading to her termination as general. We next see Ahsoka, and as she wakes up, we discover that she is back in the world between worlds. Interestingly, it sounds like there are whale calls in the distance foreboding the Purgle. Then we hear Anakin.
Master?
We can feel the chill on Ahsoka's back as we begin to anticipate what comes next. Chilling music enters as well as Ahsoka hears her former master refer to her by her nickname. As we see the Jedi Knight, Kiner scores a major chord in second inversion in the cello. But as it would have resolved, the underlying harmony turns minor, and we hear the same motif in the low brass, showing us that it's actually Vader's theme as well. But I'm also curious what all of you think. What do you think of the show so far as we're now halfway through? Are you excited to see Anakin again, and what do you think will come from this meeting? And what do you think of the way that Kiner is treating themes for the New Republic fleet? Is there anything that I missed? Tell me in the comments below what you think, and consider checking out my Patreon page using the link in the description, where you can help support this channel for as little as $1 a month, or download PDFs and MP3s of projects as I complete them, along with other perks at higher tiers. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to learn more about the music of a galaxy far, far away, and as always, may the be with you.